वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपां बुद्धिर्यतमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, warm welcome. Thank you everyone for encouraging us, inspiring us in the practice of Krishna consciousness, taking us along in this study of especially Bhagavad Gita, the message of Lord Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, the message of Lord Shri Krishna is for humanity, for all of us. And the message is for us to become hero, to take us from zero to hero altogether. That is the journey of Arjuna, from zero to hero. He said na to Krishna that, okay, this is beyond me, karpanya dosha pahata svabhava. पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसमूढचेता यच्छ्रेयस्तां निश्चितं पुरोहितं मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. So from zero to hero, he said, na, he gave his reasons. He shared his heart out to Arjuna, to Krishna, that I don't think so, I'm ready to fight. And then he said, okay, I've been occupied like by this miserly weakness and whatnot, sir. So I don't have the capacity in me. Actually, our aspiration of us practicing Krishna consciousness, we as sadhakas, as spiritual practitioners, and doing sadhana bhakti, the purpose of sadhana bhakti is what? To enter into bhav bhakti, bhav rajya. And if we do not make it in bhav rajya, we won't be doing any good to ourselves. No. We won't be doing any good to Guru and Gaurang, to Acharyas, to Srila Prabhupada. No. So from sadhana bhakti to bhav bhakti to prema bhakti. And underlying principle is bhakti only. It is the same. It's not like bhakti changes, but the intensity, the desperation, the greed, the sentiments, the mood. That is the thing. In Prem Bhakti Chandrika, we see Narottam Das Thakur helps us understand. In Chaitanya Chaitamrita also, that one is a unripe mango, ripe mango, and fully ripe mango. Say. So that now in our sadhana bhakti means struggling bhakti condition state. But studying this message of Bhagavad Gita, we can enter into bhav bhakti, prema bhakti all together. The various ways, visions of studying Bhagavad Gita, anything that captures our attention, anything that strengthens our faith, anything that puts us into devotee association altogether, anything that helps us relish devotee association, anything that helps us surrender ourselves into devotees is great. So the message of Bhagavad Gita is literally from becoming zero to hero altogether. And this journey we want to take. We have to take it. We desire, we long, yearn, hanker, yearn to take this journey. And fascinating dialogue, fascinating Udgar in Bhagavad Gita between Lord Shri Krishna and Arjuna. Again, Arjuna is representing us. Via Arjuna, Krishna is speaking to us. So we have been contemplating this now. That what? The two places in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Shri Krishna speaks and tells us what? Via Arjuna, he tells us that we have been captured by a ghost. In one place, Lord Shri Krishna tells to Arjuna that we have been captured by a ghost. Perhaps not in a very literal sense, but actually we see it's more than in a literal sense. So what is Krishna saying? We have been captured by a ghost of egotism, ghost of sense enjoyment, ghost of real literal kind of I, me and mine, ghost of loading it over material nature, ghost of being hero. Actually we are zero, but we pose as heroes. So this ghost, we have been overpowered, all of us, since eternity. And this is what then makes us zero altogether. And another place in Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna tells to Arjuna how to become hero, how to come out of this false ego and to situate in real ego. Hmm? How to become a hero altogether, how to get rid of this ghost of sense enjoyment, ghost of loading it over material nature, ghost of egotism, ghost of I, me, and mine altogether, and how to become a pure devotee of the Lord, a pure lover of the Lord. And the various ways against the journey of Bhagavad Gita can be covered in these two shlokas. Entire journey of Bhagavad Gita, start to end, just these two shlokas. Likewise, there are separately there are other two shlokas, four shlokas, the Chatur Shlok in Bhagavad Gita. The journey can be covered. The message of Krishna consciousness can be taken wholeheartedly. So, like Krishna says, na mata parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre maniganaiva. Siddhant, once we are blessed, once we are mercy bestowed upon us by the blessings of Guru and Gaurang, Srila Prabhupada Acharyas, the message is same, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Chaitamrita, okay, the perhaps the level of Udkar and all, a bit details and all, but still it is to become a pure lover of Krishna. The message of Bhagavad Gita we understand is this only. Man mana bhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskaru. Krishna tells this in 9th chapter, the last verse, 934, and then in 18th chapter as well, 1865. So the same message. Always think of me, become my devotee, offer your homage, worship me, offer your homage and respect to me. Then in Bhagavatam, it is the expansion, extension of the same message of Bhagavad Gita. In Chaitanya Charitamrita is further the extension and the expansion of that message of the overall Krishna consciousness. So we try to understand what are these two shlokas. Separately, another day we'll see another two shlokas where journey of Bhagavad Gita can be covered in two shlokas, all of that. But for now, what are these two shlokas which can make us from zero to hero, from say a non-devotee to a pure devotee, from a conditioned devotee to a pure devotee of the Lord, a pure lover of the Lord? So one shloka where Krishna says to Arjuna that you have been possessed. We all have been possessed by this ghost of egotism, altogether false ego. The ghost of sense enjoyment, ghost of loading it over material nature again, I, me, and mine, and how to get rid of it and become a pure devotee of the Lord. That so, and thank you everyone for sharing your thoughts and all. Some of you has shared some slokas on both this goes, but unfortunately, don't think so. Those slokas were the one which we were thinking. So, and again, if you think that we have gone out of the line or we are not being loyal and to the question itself, to this thought, contemplation is great, na? Thought process, contemplation, relation, thinking is tremendously powerful. So our contemplation and thinking. So if you think that we are not justifying the question and have gone out of the line in response to the question, to the slokas which we are about to present, then please do shout and correct us. Humble us, put us in our place, let's say. So without more say creating excitement and hype, say Krishna consciousness is what? It is an eternal hype actually, eternal excitement. Krishna consciousness is nothing but like an eternal picnic, freedom life. Maja, pura maja, bindas life, na? That is Krishna consciousness. A life of eternal bliss, happiness, joy, excitement, adventure, thrill, whatnot. So, and in Bhagavad Gita, lots of hype. Braj Leela, so much of hype in Braj Leela. Throughout, so much of excitement, adventure. So, the shloka which we believe, which we understand, which is the first one, let's say, that we have been possessed by a ghost. And that is Bhagavad Gita, which should be coming on our screen also. Chapter 3 and text 27. Krishna says to Arjuna, Prakrite kriyamanani kune karmani sarvasya ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. So we'll request, maybe we can request Bhakti Netly to read the translation, please.
The spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of the material nature.
Yeah, we read the purport also, beautiful purport Prabhupada gives. So, Prabhu Karthik, could you kindly read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna. Two persons, one in Krishna consciousness and other in material consciousness, working on the same level, may appear to be working on the same platform, but there is a wide gulf of difference in their respective positions. The person in material consciousness is convinced by false ego that he is the doer of everything. He does not know that the mechanism of the body is produced by material nature, which works under supervision of the Supreme Lord. The materialistic person has no knowledge that ultimately he is under the control of Krishna. The person in false ego takes all the credit for doing everything independently, and that is the symptom of his design. He does not know that this gross and subtle body is the creation of material nature under the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and as such, his bodily and mental activities should be engaged in the service of Krishna in Krishna consciousness. The ignorant man forgets that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Rishikesha, or the master of the senses of the material body, for due to his long misuse of senses and sense gratification, he is factually bewildered by the false ego, which makes him forget his eternal relationship with Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Rena's read translation.
Hare Krishna. The spirit soul bewildered by the influence of false ego thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material nature.
Hmm. So, this we say is Krishna telling us, look, you have been possessed. You have been possessed by the ghost of, by this ghost of sense enjoyment, egotism, I, me, and mine, and everything. No? This is where Krishna is directly, and the purport is fascinating. Prabhupada's purport, each and every sentence. Let's maybe I'll go a bit into the purport and then we see. So the translation later. Two persons, one in KC, Krishna consciousness, another in material consciousness. Na? Prabhupada begins with that. Working on the same level may appear to be working on the same platform. So, like just saying as an example, let's say someone studying in electrical engineering, say, masters in electrical engineering, or put masters in um, international relations, peace program, or working in a lab, computer lab, or searching job, marketing job, say, whatever. Now, two persons. Now, again, someone studying this. Masters say international relations. Now, one in Krishna consciousness, his or her thought process will be very different, and the other will be quite different. Although externally they appear to be going to the same uni or same job, same work, same business, and all, but the gulf of difference in their respective positions. One is possessed by a ghost, one a karmi, let's say, a karmi is a very gross word, and actually it's a very insulting word as such. Huh? A karmi, a gross karmi, possessed by a ghost, and the problem is, irony is, he doesn't even know that he's possessed by a ghost. Bhakta is one who knows that he's possessed by a ghost. And Shuddh Bhakta is free out of this ghost mentality altogether. A sadhaka is one who is getting rid of this ghost. So the person in material consciousness is convinced by false ego that he is the doer of everything. Heavy. I am the doer. He does not know that the mechanism of the body is produced by material nature. Actually, the material nature is working, but he thinks himself to be the doer. Under the supervision of Krishna, the material nature is working, but he thinks himself to be the doer. The materialistic person, meaning karmi. Karmi is a gross word actually. Very, very rude, gross, insulting. Has no knowledge that ultimately he is under the control of Krishna. The person in false ego takes all credit for doing everything independently. He thinks he is doing independently. And that is the symptom of his nescience. He does not know that this gross and subtle body is the creation of material nature under the order of Krishna. And as such, he should actually be engaged in serving Krishna. So, why we say this shloka is quite clear and uh, spot on, say, like the translation says, the spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material nature. So, take this as an example. Hmm? Suppose, uh, now suppose someone is honoring khichdi, eating khichdi, or sometimes with khichdi kadhi. Kadhi is made quite popular in India. Kadhi khichdi. Not sure if you have ever had it, say, but kadhi khichdi. Now someone is say having khichdi. Now how much? Maybe one plate, two plate, three plates. But if someone has 10 plates of khichdi, then what generally we say na, uh, I'll say in Hindi actually and then try to express in English कि भूत पकड़ लिया है क्या उसको भूत चढ़ गया है क्या generally it is observed in India in certain times of the year. In holy period people take on an intoxicant called as bhang. Mm. And some other times of the year as well. And when they're under bhang, influence of bhang, they speak like gibberish, they laugh for nothing, and they go on laughing for hours, or they go on possibly crying for hours, or they go on eating. They will eat so much, so much, so much. And then the family members or friends or nearby people know, okay, he seems to have been possessed by a ghost. Why? Because in his actual capacity, he doesn't laugh this much, he cannot laugh this much, he does not cry this much, he cannot cry this much, he does not eat this much, he cannot eat this much. But certainly he's influenced, he's possessed by ghost, and the ghost is making him eat this much. The ghost is making him dance this much. The ghost is making him laugh this much. It is not him, but he's overpowered. He's possessed by the ghost. And that ghost is making him do all of this. Yeah. So that thing, and not just in India, in Western world also, and all we see now. Okay, he's under the influence of alcohol, and he's thinking, dancing, and doing things like this. So Krishna is saying that the spirit soul bewildered. Well, the soul is pure, and but because of misidentification crisis, because of identifying himself with the gross and material body, then karta hamiti manyate, influenced by the false ego. This ego that I am the enjoyer, I am the doer, I am the controller, I am the well wisher. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita na, that Bhoktaram Yagya Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suridam Sarva Bhutanam Gyatva Mam Shanti Mrichati, that I am the supreme enjoyer, I am the supreme controller, I am the supreme well wisher. But in our conditioned state, we want to replace that. We want to be the enjoyer. We actually want to be the supreme enjoyer, supreme controller, and then supreme well wisher as well. So that is that being carried by this ghost. Because of the influence of false ego, he thinks himself the doer of activities. Just like the person under the influence of bhang or some intoxicant thinks that he is eating this much. He doesn't know, but it is the ghost who has eaten this much food, let's say. So he thinks that he's the doer of activities, but actually these activities are carried on by the modes of material nature. The spirit soul is completely oblivion, actually. The soul is nor in Maya, not at all. The soul is neither in bondage nor in liberation. The soul is completely aloof from all of this. But because we misidentify with the body, we think that we are entrapped, we are engaged, we are in this material world. The soul is completely free. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, Nainam Dahati Pavaka, that the soul cannot be cut, it cannot be dried, it cannot be moistened, it cannot be withered, it cannot be this, it cannot be dirt, that, killed, and all of this. So the soul can never be put into bondage also. And if it is not in bondage, it doesn't need liberation as well. But because of misidentification crisis, we take ourselves that yes, we are in bondage. I am the doer and all. And so much adamancy, then we take on these different nationalities. I'm Latvian, someone may think. I'm Indian, someone may think. I'm from Rajasthan, someone may think. I'm from German, someone may think. All of these mentalities. I'm a student, I'm a working person, I'm this, that, all of this. But in actuality, the soul proper is free, and the soul proper is only one objective, say. Of course, to serve Krishna, which is doesn't matter, conditioned soul, liberated soul, atheist or theist, we all are servants, we all are serving Krishna. Although directly or indirectly could be a thing. The only vritti of the soul, the tendency, the proclivity of the soul is to serve and love. And love is the essence. uh, is in this sweet loving relationship with Krishna. It is only pure love for Krishna that is the saturation of the soul and nothing else. And that is the business. And now, how do we get rid of this ghostly mentality? How do we come out of this? So, because of being possessed by a ghost, we take on that karta ham iti manyate. I give an share devotee share an example. See, you know, football quite popular in Europe, some places in America and all. Each country has their own sports. Let's take football, say for an example. Now, everyone is in this mentality. Imagine the game of football. Now, goalkeeper, then players, 11 players on each side, say striker, midfielder, defender, and this coach, managers on the ground, stadium, and say in Wembley, and say Champions League final or English Premier League final, say Barcelona versus Chelsea. Okay, now the ball is there, or let's say like Messi versus Ronaldo, their teams, and the ball is there, the players are there. Now the ball is getting kicked, and suppose Messi kicks the ball and it goes high up in the sky, and the ball thinks, what? Oh, look, I've gone so high up in the sky. I'm so high. That's false ego. Actually, the ball has no capacity. It's just it got kicked and it's high in the sky and thinks that, okay, look, I've gone so high up in the sky. And then it comes down again. It comes down like we say now, what? Our life is like a game of football in many ways. How come? There are two parties in this game of football. One party is what? Lust, greed, anger, pride, envy, illusion. Another party is what? Kindness, gentleness, truthfulness, cleanliness, austerity, compassion, mercy. That now sometimes we are kicked by lust. The ball has gone into the lust. Lust has taken the ball and it has passed it on the ball to pride, and pride is taking the ball, but kindness is coming from the other side, and kindness is trying to tackle the ball, and kindness is being supported by compassion and by charity as well. But we see greed. Greed is coming from the other side, and greed has taken the ball and made it to the goal post, and that's a goal. So greed has won. Greed has scored. Okay, now the game is one up, greed has won, and then kindness and on the other side. But actually, all this now we get kicked in by the modes of material nature. We get kicked in. Sometimes we feel, okay, I am feeling very charitable, very kind today. Sometimes we feel, okay, I'm very lust or greed or anger and all. But actually, the soul proper has got nothing to do with any of this, all of this. Once we have a proper revival of Krishna consciousness, that also we'll see how to go into heroism. But let us first see our heroism. So this is the zeroism, na? Again, in this game of football, someone kicking the ball, then the ball thinks, oh, look, I've gone so hyper in the sky. The player thinks, oh, look, I've so nicely kicked the ball. The goalkeeper thinks I've saved the ball. The spectators, the audience, everyone, the coaches think, oh, well, I've trained my boys so nicely. Huh? All of this karta hamiti manyate, carried by material modes of nature, but they think that we are the doer. We have a participation to play, definitely we have, but we are actually, all the strings are being played by Krishna or Krishna's energy. We think that we are the doer, na? Just like that Prabhupada tells also this example of Katputli, I don't know what, in puppeteer, na? Puppet show. So the puppeteer is not seen, he's behind the curtain. The puppets are only visible, and the puppets, they are tied by strings, which is so subtle it cannot be easily seen, it's not seen. And the puppeteer is behind the curtain and he's pulling the strings, and the puppets are dancing, and everyone in the audience clapping, oh wow, lovely dance, lovely talk, all of this. But who, it is the puppeteer is pulling the string. uh, so we are being pulled by the modes of material nature under the supervision of Krishna. Under the supervision of Krishna. And it's not like, okay, Krishna is sitting high up in the sky, putting Netflix on and having grapes and enjoying with us, pulling the strings for us. No. Krishna says, na, ye yatha mam prapadyante tam statava bhajamiyam. As we surrender unto him, as we desire, he reciprocates. So we desire to be pulled by lust, greed, anger, envy, or we desire to be pulled by kindness, charity, compassion, truthfulness, austerity. So fine, Krishna says, okay, allow. And he's waiting patiently for that day when we desire to be pulled by his beauty, by his message in Bhagavad Gita, by his promise. Na tad bhasyate suryo, na sashanko, na pavaka, yad gatva na nivartante, tan dhama paramam mama. This message of Bhagavad Gita, na 15.6. Has anyone ever offered us this message? No one. No one. Krishna is making this promise. Krishna is making this offer to us, na? That he will take us to his spiritual abode altogether. Tad dhama paramam mama, his param dham. This also, material world, this earthly planet is his dham, but not param. He will take us to his param dham, Vaikuntha abode. And the Shiromani crown of Vaikuntha abode, Goloka Vrindavan, he will take us. So yes, this offer. Now what is the translation? That supreme abode of mine is not illumined by the sun or moon, or nor by fire or electricity. That doesn't mean that there is no sun, moon, fire, or like that. Huh? It is not dependent. It is not working. It is spiritually effulgent altogether. Those who reach it never return to this material world. So the very fact we are here is the fact that we have never made it there. Those who reach it never return to this material world. So we are to attain the supreme, attaining the supreme. Prabhupada says, na, attaining the supreme. So this promise, this offer, who has given to us? Krishna only. Where else do we see? Krishna is openly giving us this offer, this opportunity altogether. So again, the ghost thing, na. So see, another example, let's see. Many times, like we see here in United Kingdom, and I'm sure in Germany, in Europe, and places, America, wherever, not so much in India, but other places. What? Uh, there's this courier person, post office man. He comes to the house to deliver a post, to give a post. And in the house, the family may be there, may not be there. Let's say the family is there, let's say. Now the postman comes to deliver the post. uh, so the postman comes to deliver the post. Now the dog in the house, the pet in the house. What does the pet do? Seeing the postman come, he starts barking loudly, loudly. Okay. Bark, bark. And the postman, he comes, he delivers his post, maybe gets the signature or doesn't need the signature. He leaves the post and he goes away. And what does the dog think? He's barking as if I'm protecting the house, guarding the house. And he tells, once the postman leaves the house, The dog with his tail up and he looks into the master. Look, master, you don't have to worry. I'm here to guard you. I'm here to protect you. I'm looking after the house. I've protected the house. This was a man. He came and I shooed him away. He's gone. Karta ham iti manyate. He's thinking that I'm protecting the house. I've taken that postman away. है ना? He's gone. Don't worry. I've got it sorted. It's under my control. This is conditioned nature, ghostly nature, to think that I've got things under the control. I'm in control. I know. This is a symptom, heavy symptom of a conditioned soul that I know. Very heavy. I do it. I can do it. Have we got this capacity to take the next breath itself? Have we got the capacity? If we literally had the capacity to take the next breath, then how can we die? We will never die, Baba. है ना? इतना ही हम में हिम्मत है, दम है कि भाई हम सांस से अगली सांस ले सकते हैं, तो फिर मृत्यु कैसे हमें छू लेगी भाई? How can that touch us if I've got this capacity that yes, I can take the next breath? No. We definitely have a role to play, participation, which again we will come to it. But we are not independent at all. We are not supreme controller. And depends if we want to be under the shelter of Mahamaya or Yogmaya. We are Tajasta, we have to take some shelter. And if we do not take shelter of the devotees of Krishna or the internal energy of Krishna, then yes, we are sheltered by the external energy of Krishna. And everything is a blessing. Being sheltered by the internal or external energy, everything is a blessing. So again, that this ghost of sense enjoyment, ghost of egotism, all of this, I, me, and mine. Actually, the soul is proper, not at all involved with any of this, but because of influence by the false ego, because of misidentification crisis, misidentifying with the body, he thinks that himself to be the doer. Again, just like the person possessed by a ghost, what does he do? He goes on dancing for hours, 2 hours, 3 hours straight dancing. He sleeps. Someone possessed by a ghost can sleep for hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 14, 16 hours. Generally, in India, they say sometimes some family members and all, if they are seen sleeping for 8 hours, 10, 12, 14 hours, then say, nah, oh, he's like a ghost. He's a ghost, sleeping like a ghost. Actually, the in normal state, the person doesn't sleep that many long hours, but now we feel, oh, something is wrong with him. Has he been possessed by a ghost? That he's sleeping these many long hours. Huh? So, like Krishna is telling here, something is wrong with you, Mr. Spirit Soul. You are bewildered by the false ego and you are thinking yourself to be the doer. But actually, you are not the doer. The modes of material are the doer. And they are making you dance. And you have to dance. You think as if you are the doer. So the we have been possessed. We have been possessed by these modes of material nature. We have been possessed by lust or kindness. Like same the football match, you see, and again the referee puts the ball in the center after the goal. Okay, or say ball is in the center. Okay, this time Truthful is taking the ball ahead. Truthful has got the ball and he's backed up by compassion on one side and mercy on the other side. And kindness is there in front asking for a pass. Kindness is asking for a pass to give it to charity to strike the goal. And this time, yes, kindness has got the ball from truthfulness and given it to charity, and charity has made it a goal. And it's 1-1. 1-1. You know? Now let's see who wins this game. So this is all going on. Karta hamiti manyate. The ball thinks I'm going high up in the sky. Look, how high am I? Look, the lust was trying to kick me, but I managed to cheat him, trick him, and I didn't get kicked. And I went to kindness. We are thinking that we are the doer, but literally we are not the doer. We are just being played actually. We are literally kind of being played. So just now, someone who is possessed by ghost, he is played. So we are also getting played all together. We think that we are the doer, but actually we are not. Just the dog now. On a walk you go, now the dog, someone sees coming in the house, dog starts barking. And like, okay, I'm protecting the house. I've saved the house. And he literally thinks like that and he tells to the master, look, I've saved the house. But the master knows, Baba, you have not saved the house. You are doing nothing as such. Okay, quite be normal, calm down. Calm down. But no, the dog thinks I'm saving, I'm helping. kartamiti manyate. This na, there's ahankara vimudatma, out of false ego. Vimudatma na. It's Krishna, if we are slightly cultured now, we will see, okay, Krishna is chastising us here heavily. Hmm. He's taunting us here heavily. Like sometimes, suppose you go and see a devotee, online or in person, you meet a devotee, say in person, or nowadays with this blessing of Zoom, you go into a kirtan or a satsang in person and you attend, and some Vaishnava there, pure devotee, realized soul, and if he says, okay, welcome. Now we may think, okay, wow, I'm being welcomed in this assembly of 50, 20, 30, 100, whatever participants in Zoom, and I've been called, my name been called, and I've been welcomed. Hmm. I may think, okay, I've been welcomed. But you never know that connotation or underlying the internal meaning of welcome could be rather like you're so late. How come you're coming after such a long time and all? So that welcome may have a taunt of some sort of chastisement in there, sweet chastisement. So Krishna in here actually is chastising. He's chastising. The worst compliment, take this, see, the worst compliment to hear from Krishna is what? You are on your own. We say this again. The worst compliment, it's not actually a compliment. The worst message to hear from Krishna is what? You are on your own. Okay, Mr. or Mrs. False Ego, you are on your own. This is Krishna saying, Karta hamiti manyate. And when we tell to Krishna, look, I've got things in control. I am the doer. Okay, Krishna says, okay, you are on your own then. This is zeroism proper. Proper zeroism. When we try to take charge, when we try to take matters in our hand, things in our hand, then we are messing it up altogether. And you see this same message we see in Shrimad Bhagavatam also, in the teachings of Kapila Dev. So our Prabhu Renas will bring this on screen. Shrimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 5, Text 8. This Kapila Dev, I'm saying, Rishabh Dev's teachings na, to his sons. पुंसां स्त्रियमेथुनिभाव पुंसा स्त्रियमेथुनिभावमेतां तयोर्मिथोरीदयग्रन्थिमाहुर् अतो गृहक्षेत्रसुताप्तवित्ते जनस्य मोहोऽयमहं ममेति. This. So, can we request Anuja to read the translation?
The attraction between male and female is the basic principle of material existence. On the basis of this misconception, which ties together the hearts of the male and female, one becomes attracted to his body, home, property, children, relatives, and wealth. In this way, one increases life's illusions and thinks in terms of I and mine.
पुंसां स्त्रिय मैथुनी भाव मेतान. This मैथुनी bhavana, this gross physical sexual say attraction, this is the foundation of material life. This is the foundation of societal material life altogether. Uh, Tayor mitho hridaya granthim na. Granthim is not hridaya, heart. It's such a strong heart, of such a strong knot of the heart, completely bound up. Atar griya kshetra sutaptar vidde, and follows what? House then. Griya, Kshetra, field, Sutapta, Suta, children, Apta, relatives with their money. Janasya Moho, everyone, Janasya, everyone, living entities, Moho, become illusion, bewildered, trapped, altogether. Janasya Moho, Ayam, Aham Mameti, thinking I, me, and mine. My house, my family, my children, I am the master, I am the provider, my wife, my children, all of this completely heavy. Kartamiti manyate. because of this bodily identity. So, like we say, na, in societal, what is the identity people say? You know, gender or pronouns very getting popular na nowadays. What? He, him, or she, her. Hmm? Then what? Them, they, he, him, he, her, them, they, uh, and what? So these are commonly, but actually, could the reality be what? Me. Huh? Me. It's all about me, I, me, and mine, me. This is ghost mentality, possessed by a ghost, thinking ourselves to be independent of Krishna, different from Krishna, say, not considering ourselves to be part and parcel of Krishna, then possessed by the modes of material nature, karta ham iti manyate. We think ourselves to be the doer. Doer mentality is the heaviest mentality and completely makes us zeroism. So, this is what we say is being possessed by the ghost. Someone someone has the in a normal scenario, someone has the capacity to eat 3 chapatis, say, or 5 chapatis in a normal scenario. But when he is eating 50 chapatis, 15 chapatis or 30 or 50 chapatis, then what? भाई भूत पकड़ लिया है क्या? Been possessed by a ghost or what? Eating this much. And that is what we are. Our normal capacity real is what? Not to be the doer, not to be the enjoyer, not to be the controller altogether and all. To love and serve Krishna. But influenced by the modes of material nature, bewildered because of false ego, and then we take, because of misidentification crisis, we take this car and we want to enjoy. Then comes sense enjoyment, egotism, loading over material nature, I, me, and mine, and everything. So this Krishna is telling, possessed by a ghost, egotism. Now, is this good enough, clear enough? And shall we see how to make this journey from zero to hero? How to become, a karmi? Again, he doesn't even know that he's a karmi. Karmi means he's clueless what's going on in this world. Practically clueless, heavily trapped in bodily identity of life. And irony is doesn't even know that he's trapped in bodily identity of life. But us sadhakas, we know that we are trapped in this bodily identity of life. That is a sadhaka. Then Shuddha Bhakta is completely free. So this journey, now zeroism is good to know, na, by where we are stuck. I, me, and mine, this sense enjoyment mentality and all, everything. Our again, there's this song now in Hindi. What? घुंघरू की तरह बजता ही रहा हूँ मैं, कभी इस पाँव में कभी उस पाँव में बजता ही रहा हूँ मैं, घुंघरू की तरह बजता ही रहा हूँ मैं. Now, I shouldn't do the English translation of it, but I believe the message is, I know ladies wear in their feet this ankle bells or something, na, payal, pajeb, in their feet, and it makes a noise. It makes a sound as you walk. Okay, so that is us. We are getting. Uh, we are getting actually pulled and pushed heavily by these modes of material nature. That thing. So possessed heavily because of this false ego, considering ourselves to be the body, I, me, and mine mentality, nationalistic mentality, all of this mentality, charitable. This again, see this game of football now, or even any other sport, uh, that the again the ball of football, it goes high up in the sky. And football thinks, oh look, I've gone so high up in the sky, or I have made it to the goal, or I didn't make it to the goal. But the player is kicking the ball. The dog thinks I'm saving the house. The master knows what is your aukat, say what is your position. So this our zeroism altogether. Now, how to become hero? From zero to hero. So this na again. So Renus bring in screen again. Let us relish little bit more. 327. Prakrite kriya manani kunai karmani sarvase ahankara vimudatma. Out of this false ego. Karta ham iti manyate. He thinks that he is the doer. Just he thinks na. In actuality he is not, but he thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material nature. So Krishna is chastising, literally telling us, uh, you rascal, huh? You idiot. Huh? You think that you are the doer of activities, but these are carried out by the modes of material nature. And why we say, so Renas will share on screen, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 14, Text 26. Fascinating. The soul proper has nothing to do with this world or nothing to do with the doer or anything. Uh, the soul proper is not in bondage, and it is not because he is not in bondage, he doesn't need any freedom also. Canto 10, chapter 14, text 26. So, what is the translation? We request maybe if Bhakti Natli can read the translation.
The conception of material bondage and the conception of liberation are both manifestations of ignorance. Being outside the scope of true knowledge, they cease to exist when one correctly understands that the pure spirit soul is distinct from matter and always fully conscious. At that time, bondage and liberation no longer have any significance, just as day and night have no significance from the perspective of the sun.
Yeah. Amazing, isn't it? Just from the perspective of the sun, you see, day and night has no significance. From the perspective of the sun, wherever sun goes, there is brightness only. There is daytime, there is light. Goddess Saraswati, she does not know what is ignorance. Goddess of knowledge, she does not know what is ignorance. Avidya. Sun does not know what is darkness. Likewise, a fully awakened soul, fully awakened soul, when we know we are awakened, then there is no concept of bondage and there is no concept of liberation also. The conception of bondage, material bondage and liberation, are both manifestations of ignorance. To consider oneself to be liberated or wanting to get liberated is ignorance. Look heavy, isn't it? Amazing what Bhagavatam is saying us, and especially this chapter 14 of 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam is amazing, fantastic. Lord Brahma's Stuti, Lord Brahma's Udgar, Baapre. What a Udgar, what expression of love Lord Brahma is bringing to us. So, someone who thinks that, okay, I need to be liberated, you know, now see, us practicing devotees, if we think, well, I need to be liberated, manifestation of ignorance, let's say, huh? And that I am in bondage. If I think myself to be the soul proper, if I take myself to be the soul proper, the soul is neither in bondage nor in liberation. Of course, that doesn't mean that I go out and proclaim or claim like I'm a pure soul and all this. This is something for us to internally meditate to come to this situation. uh, and when will we experience this? When we are not hankering and lamenting, that is the beginning stage. When we are not disturbed, that is the beginning stage. Yes, then we can see glimpse that yes, I'm not in bondage and I'm not seeking liberation. We are not in disturbed then. We are not hankering or lamenting. Because hankering means what? Okay, I need liberation. That's hankering. I hanker for something. I want to be liberated. I want to have this. Lamentation is what? I'm in bondage. I'm in bondage. But when we realize, no, I have no hankering, I have no lamentation, or soul proper, I have this hankering. Kobe hobe bolo, Sedina Mar. है ना? When oh when that day will be mine. When oh when. That should be our hankering. And lamentation what? Manushya janam paya Radha Krishna na bhojiya Manushya janam paya Radha Krishna na bhajiya Janiya suniya vish khainu Hari Hari Vifale Janam Guvainu. No? This should be the lamentation. Having obtained this human form of life, but not worshipping Radha Krishna. Chanya Sunya, knowingly taking devotee association, but not getting praying to fall in love with the divine couple. Such a lamentation. And hankering will be when or when that day will be mine. But not material bondage or not material liberation. So the conception of material bondage and the conception of liberation are both manifestation of ignorance. Just like for the sun, there's nothing darkness. For goddess of knowledge, there's nothing ignorance. For the soul proper, there's no bondage, there's no liberation. It's just coming to this realization, being blessed by this realization that Krishna, I am yours. And we are not pure and we can never be pure enough. We can never be pure enough. But it is coming to this acknowledgement, telling Krishna that, look, I'm not pure and I can never be pure enough. Who has this capacity to match the purity? Again, who has the capacity to claim? Claiming is bondage. Claiming is bondage. Who has the capacity to claim and say that, yes, I deserve to take the next breath? Leave about seeing the next day rising sun. Who has the capacity to claim, to say that I deserve to take the next breath? Who has the capacity to say, to claim that I will take the next breath? Only a fool, only a conditioned soul will speak like this. Only an ignorant person. So claiming is complete ignorant mentality. Claiming is bondage. And acknowledgement is liberation. The moment when I acknowledge that Krishna, you are the supreme controller, you are in supreme control, and then when I acknowledge, then yes, I am liberated. When I acknowledge this to Krishna, that I am not pure enough, and I can never be pure enough, that itself puts us in real purity. That itself, Krishna, I am not pure enough, and I can never be pure enough. Doesn't matter whatever I do. If I do not have your blessings, if I do not have the blessings of Guru and Gaurang, if I do not have your mercy or the mercy of a pure devotee, what is purity? Purity is being attracting the mercy of a pure devotee of the Lord. That is purity. Look now, amazing. Whenever we enter the temple room, or this should be in our consciousness throughout. How the Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Sanatan Goswami met Mahaprabhu. They cornered Mahaprabhu through their humility. And what do they say? We see in Chaitanya Chaitamit Madhya Leela, chapter 1, text 190, text 190, chapter 1 of Madhya Leela. What do they say? What? Uh, that मत्तुल्यो पापात्मा नास्ति मत्तुल्यो नास्ति पापात्मा न अपराधी च कश्चन परिहारे अपि लज्जा में किम ब्रुवे पुरुषोत्तम ओ माय गॉड दिस इज फैसिनेटिंग Madhya Leela chapter 1 text 190 the Goswami is telling this to Mahaprabhu mat tulyo papatma nasti there is no one a sinner like me in this world in this universe na apradhi cha kaschana nor is there an offender like me Parihare api lajja mein. I feel ashamed whenever I think of myself, about my character and all, personality. I feel ashamed altogether. Parihare api lajja mein. Kim bruve, how can I? How can I? Kim Bruye Purushottama. How can I just think of, or how can I think of you? How can I come in front of you? How can I do not deserve to at all as such be in your vicinity or anything. We can see the translation a bit. Dear Lord, let us inform you that no one is more sinful than us. Now, this is courage, na? This is acknowledgement. This is proper acknowledgement. This is someone who is a man of caliber. This is someone who is courageous. This is someone who is genuine, real humility. Dear Lord, let me inform you that no one is more sinful than me, nor is there any offender like me. Even if I want to mention my sinful activities, I would immediately become ashamed. Do I? No. I don't even know. I don't even care. And what to speaking of giving them up? Wow. Just this acknowledgement to Mahaprabhu puts us in the liberated category. But this acknowledgement, there has to be intensity, na? There has to be genuineness. This has to be our realization. So, our realization can never be how advanced have I become. Rather, our realization should be how fallen I am. How fallen I am. I have a long way to go. Long, long way to go. So this can only come about first of all when we understand that yes, I'm conditioned, I need help. So zeroism is great to know, you know. Just knowing that I'm zero makes us hero, but it is not good enough. It is not good enough. Just knowing someone has got say cancer or someone has got some stomach problem or cold, uh, general flu cold is not good enough na, then one can make some hot drink, hot tea, ginger drink or something. Someone should do something about it na. So just knowing that I'm zero, I'm being possessed by a ghost, what do? Do we celebrate? Oh yes, I got to know I've been possessed by a ghost. No, everyone then wants to find an exorcist, wants to find an exorcist to how to get rid of this ghost. So let's see how to get rid of this ghost now. Huh? What does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? So Krishna clearly tells we are possessed by a ghost, and now in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells us how to get rid of this ghost as well. How can we completely get rid of this ghost? So that is chapter 11. Hmm? From zeroism to heroism, how to become a hero altogether, how to become a pure devotee of the Lord, from a no devotee to a pure devotee. Chapter 11, Bhagavad Gita, text 33. Beautiful. Krishna says to Arjuna, Tasmatva Mutishta, तस्मात् त्वमुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रुं भुङ्क्ष्य राज्यं समृद्धं मय्येव एते निहिता पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. Amazing. Krishna tells to Arjuna, and look how psychologically he's boosting his confidence. Previously also when he said na to Arjuna, although it was chastising but not directly, not hurting him straight on, or not ridiculing, not condescending, not looking down upon him, but yet telling him that this does not fit you. You don't need to be bewildered by the influence, by the modes of material nature. You think you are the doer, but actually you are not. Although there is a level of chastisement, but with love, care. And here, what a motivation. And this will make us a pure devotee. This will make us a hero altogether. And this is what Krishna is saying, how to get rid of this ghost. So Krishna says, translation. Shall we ask Prabhu Renas to read the translation, please?
Hare Krishna. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Yeah. So, therefore, get up. Krishna is telling Arjuna, get up. Tasmat tvam uttishta. Tasmat, therefore, tvam, you. Uttishta, get up. Yasho labasva. Attain all glory. Get all glory. Achieve. Win glory. Glory is awaiting you. Jitva shatrum bhungshya rajyam samedam. Conquer your armies and enjoy the kingdom. Mai eva ete. By my arrangement. Nihita Purvameva, everything is ordained by my arrangement. They are going to be killed. You just have to be a nimitta. Nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Now we say na Bhagavad Gita, that again different ways of studying Bhagavad Gita definitely. Now in here Krishna is taking Arjuna's name. What Savya Sachin? There are many places where Krishna takes name of Arjuna. And whichever shloka where Krishna has taken personally the name of Arjuna, that is an important shloka, sure. Because Krishna is so obsessed, so involved, so engaged that Arjuna, come on. Although Arjuna is not in, he's put in illusion by Krishna's energy, but Krishna like, oh no, no, Arjuna, how come? How come? Oh, Savya Sachin, be an instrument in the fight. Nowhere in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has told Arjuna to win the war. Nowhere that you have to win the war. Numerous places he is only telling fight the war. Fight. Never win. Huh? So can we request Bhakti Natalie, please read purport.
Savya Sachin refers to one who can shoot arrows very expertly in the field. Thus, Arjuna is addressed as an expert warrior capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. Just become an instrument, Nitima Matram. This word is also very significant. The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Read this
Foolish
sentence
person,
two more times.
the whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Foolish persons who do not have sufficient knowledge think that nature is moving without a plan, and all manifestations are but accidental formations. There are many so-called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this, or maybe like that, but there is no question of perhaps and maybe. There is a specific plan being carried out in this material world. What is this plan? This cosmic manifestation is a chance for the conditioned souls to go back to Godhead, back to home. As long as they have the domineering mentality which makes them try to lord it over material nature, they are conditioned. But anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. The creation and destruction of the cosmic manifestation are under the superior guidance of God. Thus, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Arjuna was refusing to fight, but he was told that he should fight in accordance with the desire of the Supreme Lord. Then he would be happy. If one is in full Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect.
Natalie, read translation also, please.
Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory, conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Yeah. And kindly read that sentence in the purport which we asked you to read twice. Read it again, maybe two more times, please.
The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
We can read it this way also. My life. Sometimes it may appear the whole world means someone else involved or the whole world is involved, or it need not come as a very personal thing. Huh? But can I not read it like this? I can perhaps. My life, my whole life is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Or I desire my whole life to move according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Wouldn't it be amazing then? Huh? Why wouldn't Krishna want to plan out? Look, na, our parents, they plan our life, na? They plan our future, they desire the well-being, our well-being and everything. Why wouldn't Krishna, na, our eternal father, Radharani, our eternal mother, say? Why wouldn't they plan? Yes, my whole life, I desire my whole life. Every step, every day, every moment, and everything be under the plan of Krishna, be Krishna driven. And when we act something unplanned, hmm, when we do something unplanned and all, that okay, yes, Krishna, I didn't plan for it, it so happened. Then we can see, okay, this Krishna must have wanted this blessing. Krishna must have wanted. So this is the where we see that yes, how to become a pure devotee or how to become a hero or how to get rid of this ghost, huh? So Krishna is telling to Arjuna, therefore get up, huh? Now see, just in your study and reading, read once 327 translation, and then if I read this 1133 translation. So 327, Krishna says, the spirit soul bewildered by the false ego, na, considers himself the doer of activities which are in actuality carried by the modes of material nature. And then, if I straight move on to this, therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Come, conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to that by my arrangement. Krishna Arjuna's problem is what? What will happen? What will happen? Baba, the result is already decided. Result is already decided. You don't have to worry about the outcome and the result. They are already to put to death by my arrangement. And you, O Savyasachin, can be but an instrument in the fight. Nimitta matram bhava Savyasachin. In there, Krishna is saying, Ahankara vimudatma karta hamiti manyate, that out of false ego you are acting yourself, and you think you are the doer. This is why it's the worst compliment or say thing to hear, horrible. Our ears should feel shattered when Krishna tells us, okay, you are on your own. Sometimes parents also tell, na, teachers also tell the students, parents say, okay, then fine, you are on your own. Very heavy. But in here, Krishna is saying, you can be but an instrument. All is needed is to be an instrument. Now, acting we have to do. Now, see, na, 327, again bring Renas the purport of 327, the first sentence. Amazing, beautiful purport Prabhupada writes. And especially, we like the first sentence of that purport 327. Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, na, Prabhupada writes in that purport, one in two persons, one in Krishna consciousness and the other in material consciousness, working on the same level, as in they could be in the same job, let's say, for sake of simplicity, huh? But may appearing to be working on the same platform, but there is a wild gulf of difference in the respective positions. Wild gulf. So one is a doer and another is, okay, I'm an instrument. That is what Krishna wants. He doesn't want us to be the doer, but be an instrument. This is what is externally. It is the same thing. Another soldier is also fighting. Arjuna is also fighting, but Arjuna is fighting just being an instrument in the hands of the Lord. That is amazing. He is not fighting out of his own personal agenda, own ego, nothing own. Just he understood the plan of the Lord, the desire of the Lord. This is humility, to understand the desire of the Lord, the plan of the Lord, and come under that plan. That is humility, na? Krishna desired that this war happen. Krishna desired that Kauravas lose. Krishna desired Pandavas win. Krishna desired this war. Arjuna was not willing, but he heard this message. He understood this is Krishna's desire. Doesn't matter whatever I want, I don't want, and all. No. I fight this war by to please Krishna. That is real humility. Humility is what? Coming out of one's comfort zone. That is humility. Arjuna was stuck in his comfort zone. Arjuna was stuck in his comfort zone. And now with this message, okay, doesn't matter whatever my comfort zone, whatever I think I want and all. No. Krishna wants this war. He's telling me, Nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. Imagine you go to an exam hall. Suppose you have to prepare a presentation or write an exam, could be marketing, engineering, whatever, maths, science, international relations, whatever exam you have to write. And like all the examiner is saying, let's say that you just go and sit in the exam hall, just you have to show your admit card, your roll number, your roll card and all, and just be present there, sit down, question paper will come, we will give you the answer sheet, and you just have to keep on writing for 3 hours. Doesn't matter if you are writing right or wrong, leave that. Hmm. Doesn't matter if you are whatever, you just keep on writing, and you will get full marks. Just you have to be there. That is what Krishna only told Arjuna, you have to shoot the arrow. He never said you have to shoot the target. You have to, the arrow has to be on the target. No, don't worry about the target. Mayeva iti nihitam purvameva. I, I can change the course of the wind, Baba. You think that you are shooting this arrow and you think that, okay, I will get Jarasandh by shooting this arrow. I will change the course of the wind and you won't be able to. Or even if your arrow is going elsewhere, I will bring that arrow and put it to kill Jarasandh. A real example in Mahabharata, this happened. Now, what? In the middle of the war, Abhimanyu was killed unfairly. Arjuna's own son, killed unfairly. Then Arjuna takes this vow that Jarasandh, before the next sun rises, I'm going to kill you. Before the next day sunset, sorry, I'm going to kill you. And he takes this vow. Wow. And Krishna, wow, okay. This is na karta hamiti manyate. Hmm. That yes, I will do it. I will do it independently and all. So Arjuna takes this big vow without consulting Krishna. Now here Krishna Arjuna, they are giving us teaching. And what happens the next day? The war starts. And everyone is protecting Jarasandh. Everyone. Everyone is trying to create obstruction for Arjuna to kill Jarasandh. And the day is progressing, noon time, afternoon time, almost sunsetting time. And nothing is happening. Jarasandh is nowhere to be killed. Hardly injured, captured, anything, nothing happening. And Arjuna karta hamiti, I will do it, I will do it. And then what happens, you see, that by Krishna's will, Krishna's desire, say his kindness, his mercy, the sun appears to be have set. The sun appears to have set, and clouds have been overshadowed and everything, and everyone believes, okay, the sun is set now. And what Jarasan, Duryodhan, Karna, all those members, they are relishing, they are having party, they are mocking Arjuna. They have now, Jarasandh has come out in the battlefield and he's free, and others are there, and everyone is mocking Arjuna like this, saying, oh, you made this vow, but look, the sun has set and we have come out, you couldn't kill us, and you took this vow, if you do not kill Jarasan before the next day sunset, then you will put yourself in fire, you will burn yourself in fire. So let's make a pyre for him and let Arjuna, you jump in that fire. Arjuna was ready to do, but Krishna's arrangement. Look, Krishna's arrangement. What happens? Suddenly the sun comes up in the sky. Sun comes up in the sky, and everyone is looking at the sun. And Krishna tells Arjuna, "Look, sun has come up. Here is your opponent. Here is your target. Shoot the arrow just and get rid of him." And Arjuna does, and Jarasandh is killed. Huh? Because just being an instrument. This is why na Mahaprabhu's teachings what? Mare Krishna Rakhe Krishna Mare ke. If Krishna desires to save someone, no one has got any stamina in this universe, beyond this universe, to kill that person if Krishna wants to save someone. And if Krishna wants to kill someone, no one has got the power to stop him from being killed. In Shastras, we see whosoever took shelter of Krishna, and Krishna gave protection. No one could kill him. And if Krishna wanted to kill Ravana, Lord Shiva couldn't protect him. Krishna wanted to kill Hiranyakashipu, Lord Brahma could not protect him. Huh? But Ambarish Maharaj, Durvasa Muni wanted to kill Ambarish Maharaj. No, nothing happened to him. Nothing happened. All we need in life is to become an instrument in the will of the Lord. That is our glory. That will be our glory. Like Srila Prabhupada gives this beautiful example. Na? You go in a bank and the bank takes all the cash. Suppose you deposit in a bank. Suppose our Karthik, rich boy, na? He goes to the bank and gives to the bank, okay, 50,000 pounds in cash, and the cashier is counting and deposit. But the cashier, what? He never should come in this mentality, oh, I own this much cash, all this cash is mine. He knows I'm just an instrument. I'm just working for this bank. This cash is not mine. This is Karthike's cash. The bank is the depositor, is gives a place for the cash to be kept, and just I'm counting and keeping it safe. And that's his best job. And if he does his best job, he gets the good salary, promotion, and everything. That's it, and he's free. He's free. But if he tries to act any smart, of those 50,000 pounds that Karthik is giving to the cashier, if he takes just £5, slips in his pocket, wow, that's heavy. That's heavy. Huh? Prabhupada gives this another fascinating example. A soldier. A soldier, suppose the country is in war, huh? And a soldier, when he's authorized by the government of that country to go fight in this war and kill the enemies, so yes, he goes and he kills. How many? 100 people, say he kills. And then he war is over, he returns to his home country, say, and everyone is praising that soldier. You did so well. You killed 100 people, and all medals, awards, recognition, name, fame, whatnot, everything. Why? Because he became an instrument in the will of the country, in the will of the government. He allowed himself to be used by the government. He allowed himself to be used by the country. He was authorized, he was sanctioned to go and kill. So he killed 100 people, and what he receives is all glory, all name, fame, riches, everything. Yes, well done, Mr. Soldier. But now imagine the same soldier when he comes to the village and he picks up a fight, say, with the neighbor, whatever argument. He picks up a fight. He brings his soldier gun, say, and he shoots at the feet of the neighbor. And the neighbor is not killed but injured. And what will happen? The media will come, the police will come, the government will come, the army people, military people. They will take away all his medals, suspend him, put him behind the bars. Why? Because you were not authorized to pick up arms and shoot. Although he did not kill the person, he just injured him, but still unauthorized. So karta hamiti manyati is unauthorized. Then we are possessed by ghosts. But when we do something authorized, then yes, we are becoming an instrument in the hands of Guru and Gaura. For the pleasure of Guru and Gaura. And this is exactly what Srila Prabhupada did. He allowed himself to be used by his spiritual master. He allowed himself to be used by Mahaprabhu. And this, when he came to America, na, we know he wrote this poem, Markine Bhagavata Dharma. Na? He wrote this poem in the Chaladuta upon reaching America and all. And this was his own meditation, entire. Throughout, he allowed himself. Like two things, na, Prabhupada always says, whenever he was given credit, he never took credit for himself. He always used to say, these European American boys and girls. And yes, these European American boys and girls, they have found up ISKCON, they have set it up, everything, and they are propagating, they are pushing forward this mission of Mahaprabhu. That was what he used to say. Or another is what? My Guru Maharaj's blessing. I have done nothing, it is just my Guru Maharaj's blessings. Another, he used to say, what if at all I have to take any credit? I did not change anything. Whatever I heard from my Guru Maharaj, whatever he heard from his Guru Maharaj, going back to Rupa Goswami, going back to Mahaprabhu, is same what I am passing, without any change. That is Prabhupada, as it is. I'm not the doer, I'm just an instrument. I've This is not Bhagavatam, pure ripened state. Vyasadeva ji gave it to us in his heightened meditation, and Sukdev Goswami accepting it in pureness altogether. So this mango, ripe, juicy, sweet mango, not fallen from the tree. It comes hand by hand, passed down, and it comes and stays the same. So, likewise, if we open our hearts and take this message in purity, the same message, and what we are desiring to become an instrument in the hands of Guru and Gaurang, in the hands of Srila Prabhupada, we pray to Prabhupada, use us the way you want to use. Look, Prabhupada wrote this prayer, na? Marking a Bhagavad Dharma. And what does he say in this prayer? He tells this, well, when I go there, how will they understand this message? Accent, how will they understand my accent and all? How will they relate? Huh? They are so trapped in modes of passion, ignorance, and everything. Huh? And Prabhupada signs this poem. How does he sign? Every letter he signs what? Your insignificant beggar. The most unfortunate, insignificant beggar, not useless, insignificant. There's a gulf of difference between useless and insignificant. Although insignificant, but can be used. Hmm. Although insignificant, but still, Krishna, by your blessings, by your mercy, Guru Maharaj, by your mercy, even though I'm so insignificant, but I can be used, by your mercy, by your blessings. Like once we were in a church and very good, the sermon, the vicar said this, liked it very much. He said, what? In Christianity, the Holy Trinity, we understand, no? God the Father, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus. So he said this, and it really very, very sweet. The vicar said, what? The holy uses the lowly. Hmm? The Holy Father, holy, uses the lowly. So someone who is meek and humble, the kingdoms of door in heaven are open for him. The kingdom of God is open for someone who is meek and humble. Who is desiring, he will get it. There's no lock. Just we need to have that desire. So Prabhupada, insignificant beggar, most unfortunate. This is Prabhupada saying, I'm most unfortunate. Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami saying, na, we are sinners, we are unfortunate, so ashamed of our activities and all everything. Insignificant, but not useless. So Prabhupada writes in that poem na, that how will they understand this message of you, Mahaprabhu? Uh, I am unfortunate, I am unqualified, I have no knowledge, I have no purity, I have no understanding, but somehow or other, our entire hope, our entire hope in Krishna consciousness is resting on this somehow or other. ऐनन्दतनुज किङ्करं पतितां मां विषमे भवां बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कज स्थितधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तया. This Shikshashka Mahaprabhu says, somehow or other, place me as an atom at your lotus feet. Somehow or other, accept me. So Prabhupada writing in that prayer, somehow or other, O Lord, you have brought me here. Huh? Mahaprabhu, you have brought me here somehow or other. So surely you will have some purpose. There must be some purpose. Now I am open. Make me dance the way you like, as you like. If you want me to be successful, make me successful. Failure, make me failure. I am here just to repeat your message. Huh? I'm just to repeat the message. So if you like, you can make my power of speaking suitable for their understanding. This is what Prabhupada is saying. I'm here just to repeat the message of yours. Now, if you like, you can make my power of speaking, you can instill purity in me, and through me, use me as a transmitter and transmit this, use me as a vehicle. Transmit this, your sublime message of yours, via me. Let me be that via medium. Yes, that is what we crave. So, this is coming out of ghost mentality and becoming a pure devotee of the Lord. Yes, use me as an instrument. I desire to be the via medium. Krishna is looking, Mahaprabhu is looking, who has got that attitude, who wants to be the via medium, who wants to take forward my mission. Are you ready? Are you through your false ego? Do you think you are the doer or just an instrument? Like going out in book distribution. Na? If I think, oh, I am the doer, I am stopping someone, I am speaking, I have to speak, I have to do. But naturally in book distribution, we feel humbled. We feel we want to surrender. Okay, Krishna, I am not the doer. Use me as you like. And devotees experience flexibility. When we are flexible, okay, Krishna, I'm flexible, I'm open, I want to be out of my comfort zone. And devotees experience, well, I just said something, and the person came and gave me 20 pound and took Bhagavad Gita. I did nothing, and this miracle happened. When we allow ourselves to be used, that is the best. That is the best. Ah, that is the best. So Prabhupada writes in this prayer, I can simply repeat your message. I will repeat your message. Now, if you like, if you make my power of speaking suitable for the understanding, ah, make my words become pure only by your mercy. Uh, I have no capacity. I am just like a puppet in your hands. Now, if you like, you have brought me here, so surely you must have some reason. Make me dance, make me cry as you like, whatever you. I have no love, devotion, knowledge, but I have faith in your holy name. This I have. I have faith in your holy name. I have faith in my spiritual master. So kindly use me. This is the message. Krishna says, this is how we can, when we allow ourselves to be used as an instrument in the hands of the divine couple. Another example, small, sometimes in marriages, family function and all. Now, it may happen, some elderly relatives and all, they may not be very good with dealing with cash or jewelry. Huh? And so they have got so much cash, but they're not good at it dealing with people. But what to do? They could be the parents or the grandparents of the bride or the groom. So find someone else capable person. Okay, he deals after the cash, jewelry or things, but he just says, "You be the face." Like very seen many sports person and celebrities, when they don't have that capacity or the intelligence to build their finances and schedules and all, but their managers, they deal it, they work it out, and you just be the face. So Krishna is telling to Arjuna, you don't have to win the war, you just have to fight the war. Can you just be the face? I need a face. I need someone who can pull an arrow and just shoot. Doesn't matter the aim. If it hits the target or not, that is my headache, not yours. We see in Mahabharata, is it? Yes. What is his name? What is the personality's name? Huh? Not coming to my mind now. So the war happened. Oh, the war happened, and then all the Pandavas came to Krishna on top of some hill, and there was this personality, na, whose head was chopped. Huh? But and he said, "Okay, Krishna, you have chopped my head, but let me still be surviving in this body. Let me still be alive." Yes, sure. Krishna is all capable. He did this,
Barbaric.
and barbaric, and that his head was put on top of a hill from where he could witness the happenings of the war, everything 18 days. Now, Krishna and the Pandavas went into that hill, and Barbarik was there. And Arjuna was saying, "Oh, I shot that arrow, so nice. I killed him with that arrow. Oh, that arrow, I made it twirl like this, twist like this, fire, water." Bhima is saying, "With my mace, I did this, did that." Nakul, Sahdev, Yudhishthir. And Krishna is silently listening. Krishna is silently watching. But Barbaric then comes and he's laughing. He's laughing. And Pandava was like, who is this personality? So Krishna says he's barbaric and everything, and a bit of history say. Then Barbaric says, you guys think you have done it. It is all Krishna's Sudarshan Chakra. It is Sudarshan Chakra was killing everyone. Krishna's Sudarshan Chakra, his disc, was killing everyone. Arjuna, you think your arrows, you just allowed yourself to be used in your Sudarshan Chakra. And what do we see later on? In Dwarka 11th canto, we see when Krishna returns, when Arjuna takes Krishna's wives in chariot, and he is beaten by the cowherd boys. Arjuna, Savya Sachin. But he gets beaten, he gets lost by the cowherd boys. Some cowherd boys. Arjuna is driving chariot, and in the chariot are the wives of Krishna, and he is transporting them to a place. And in the journey, he meets some cowherd boys, and there is some dialogue between the two, some friction, some sort of revolt, some sort of fight picks up. And these cowherd boys, okay, they pick up some sticks, arrows from the woods, just make it. And they are cowherd boys, they are not Kshatriya. Arjuna has his arrow bows, but Arjuna gets beaten by these cowherd boys. So point is pride. In Bible we see now what pride lose. Very nice saying, something not coming to my mind. But someone who is pride and puffed up will never attain. Will never attain Krishna, the kingdom of God. So humility, and real humility is being an instrument. complete instrument in the hands of Guru and Gaurang. That is how we can free ourselves from this ghost. Yes. Then Krishna, I'm not the doer. I'm just yours. Now you use me. Hmm? Conquer your enemies. Enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put. You just become an instrument. So we pray to be an instrument. Then we transform ourselves from conditioned bhakti to pure bhakti, pure loving devotional service. Similar message we see in Shrimad Bhagavatam. Huh? Shrimad Bhagavatam we see Vitrasura's Udkar. Vitrasuras. Our Renas Prabhu will bring it on screen. Canto 6, chapter 11, text 24. Shrimad Bhagavatam 6, 11, 24. Aham harita pade kamula dasanudaso bhavitasmi bhuya manasmarita supatir gunamste Krini tava karma karotu kaya. Such beautiful. Okay. We request Anuja to read translation.
O my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, will I again be able to be a servant of your eternal servants who find shelter only at your lotus feet? O my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, will I again be able to be a servant of your eternal servants who find shelter only at your lotus feet? O Lord of my life, may I again become their servant so that my mind may always think of your transcendental attributes. My words always glorify those attributes, and my body always engage in the loving service of your Lordship.
This is the complete purification of I, me, and mine mentality. Eh? We know this much. We know that I'm so egoistic. I, me, and my. Why is it always me, 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 me? Self-centeredness. So Bhagavad Gita 327, epitome of self-centeredness, doer mentality, ghost mentality altogether. 1133 is Krishna-centeredness. Krishna is saying, come on, be my centered, just be an instrument. Bhagavatam 558 we saw na Rishabdev's prayers. Ato griya chetra sutapta vidyar janasya moho aham amiti. So many times Prabhupada quoted it in his classes. Aham amiti, I, me and mine, self-centeredness. Ah, and the real purification of I, me and mine we see here 6:11:24 Vitrasura's prayer. That when will I be able to become a servant of your eternal servants who find shelter only at your lotus feet? Yeah. That dasanudaso bhavitasmi bhuya. When will this happen? The joy of becoming das na, is the highest joy. Is the highest joy in this universe beyond no comparison. That is the real joy. Becoming das. मनस्मरेता सुपतेर्घृणांस्ते गृहीतवा कर्म करोतु काया. My mind, my body, my actions, my words, my thoughts, everything engaged in glorifying your Lordship, glorifying Guru and Gaurang. So this is how we pray to come to heroism, from zero to hero, from a karmi, a conditioned devotee, to become a pure devotee of the Lord. This is how we pray to get rid of this ghost by becoming an instrument in the will of the Lord, Guru and Gaurang. Prabhupada allowed himself to be thoroughly used by Mahaprabhu, by Rupa Goswami, by his spiritual master. We also pray for the same. Then we are free, we are authorized. Yes, best to do anything like authorized. No? So this, everything is moving. My life is moving according to, I pray that my life moves according to the will of the Lord, the plan of the Lord, the desire of the Lord. I pray that my life is Radha Krishna Prityarth, Guru Gaurang Prityarth. Life is to give pleasure to the divine couple, to give pleasure to Radha Krishna, to give pleasure to Guru and Gaurang. You know, this Nimit instrument, now small example again. in India, when many times we see na, arranged marriages. Now someone becomes a nimit. Na? Someone comes and he knows a middleman who knows both parties, the groom side and the bride side, and he becomes a facilitator. Okay, he helps meet both the parties. Now marriages happen, and what one who is become the nimit, the middleman, either he gets chastisement, either he gets insult. Oh, you got our boy married with this girl, you ruined his life, hell upon you. Hmm? Or he gets so much of accolade. Oh, wow, you got our boy married with this girl. Very good. Such a good girl you got for our boy. All credit to you. But this is societal. When we become Krishna's instrument, Krishna's agent, then all we get is glory only glories. Yeah. Now, so much of expectation in this world. When will we understand Mahaprabhu's expectation? So much of needs. I'm trying to fulfill my parents' needs, this needs, my personal needs, and all. When will we address Mahaprabhu's needs? When will I understand Mahaprabhu's expectation? That is Krishna consciousness. So the real freedom of ghost mentality are the actually who? The manjaris. They are becoming an instrument. If we want to be an instrument, best instrument the manjaris. They're playing such a fascinating role, ultimate instrument to make the divine couple meet, to make them meet. We can be that instrument. We pray for it. This is the message of Mahaprabhu, the mission of Mahaprabhu and all. So Krishna consciousness, it is ever increasing, ever growing, ever excelling and all. We don't want to do anything rash, abrupt. Best is when we are inspired, when we are called for, when we are inspired, when we are led into, without being taking plans, without making plans, without taking matters in hand, and things so happen. This is an accidental mistake. In Krishna consciousness, if accidental some mistake happens, that is okay, our prarabdha, okay, something to free us from some karmic reaction. And say accidental good fortune. If it happens, yes, Mahaprabhu's desired blessing, and we pray, we meditate, and we can never lose focus. We should never lose sight of the focus. We can never think we are advanced enough, and we take shelter. We take shelter of Guru Gaurang. We take shelter of devotees. One who is sheltered is a pure devotee. This is what Krishna is saying. Now, become an instrument. Take my shelter. And one who is not sheltered by Krishna, then okay, sheltered by Maya, then he's in captured by ghosts. तो बोलिए हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hopefully the question is clear and the response is somewhat clear. How where Krishna says you are possessed by a ghost, we are possessed by a ghost, and where Krishna says how to get rid of this ghost. So the journey from zero to hero, Bhagavad Gita, this message can be understood in these two shlokas. Diagrammatically opposite I, me, mine, and here also I, me, mine stays, but who is I? Krishna is and all. From self-centeredness to Krishna-centeredness. So, if there are any questions, comments, or clarifications or objections, then kindly put us in our place, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Beautiful class, very nice. The shloka makes sense.
Okay, thank you everyone for your kind attention and continuous support and encouragement. Kindly continue blessing us. So let us keep on growing and growing and growing in Krishna consciousness. Pray that we become an instrument. Pray that we become this mouthpiece for the pleasure of Guru and Gaurang. Nothing personal. Our personal is this desire. Just desire to be used. That's it. Just we desire and desire, hanker and hanker. बोलिए हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे हरे
Krishna Hare Hare
हरे
Hare
राम
Rama Hare
राम
Rama
राम
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for the class, for your teachings, especially currently what has really touched me and that keeps going on my head every now and then, especially when I'm chanting, when you said one day when we were discussing and I told you about chanting, and somebody had asked me that chant 2 extra rounds for this XYZ thing, and things will be all right, things will fall in place. So when I said this to you, you said, when will you start chanting for the love of the Lordship? When will you start chanting for their pleasure and not for yourself? And that has stuck with me. And when my mind wanders, that keeps bringing me back. Thank you. Thank you. That is such an amazing thing. And I wish and I pray that I hold on to it like till my last breath. I never forget it.
Our
If someone
acharyas,
gets registered.
our, our acharyas take things to proper Krishna conscious level. No? So this freeing from ghost and all, okay, in level by level, let's say. Ultimately, what we want to attain is what? Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugal Kishore Radha Shama Prana Mora जुगल किशोर जीवने मरने गति हर नाही मोर जीवने मरने गति हर नाही मोर राधा श्याम प्राण मोरा Jugala Kishore. We have to come to this consciousness level now. Human form of life is so rare. If something is so rare, we should use it for the best thing. No? Why? And wouldn't Krishna be pleased if I tell him, Krishna, I do only 2 rounds, but I do it for you with whatever heart and whatever love? Doesn't Krishna know what is my problem? What does he not know, Baba? So life is short now, Baba. We we don't rush. We cannot rush. We don't go panicking and all, but we gently prepare ourselves. That yes, Radha Krishna Prana Mora. When will I understand this? Jugala Kishore, Jivane Marane Gati. Now, if I live or if I die, or nine more. I have no personal agenda now. Only if I can be an instrument. Only if I can be an instrument to serve. And role model is required. Inspiration. Arjuna is a role model. Arjuna is a role model. He allowed himself to be used. Bhagavad Gita would have been a failure had Arjuna not fought. Arjuna fought. He allowed himself to be an instrument. He came out of his comfort zone. Huh? Then everyone. Now, best role model, spiritual master. साक्षात् धरित्वेन समस्त शास्त्रे उक्तस्तथा वा यत एव साध्वी. The best role model, the best Vaishnava. That so many instruments, so many inspiring, encouraging us. Rupa Goswami, they say is the Yukteswar, all of this. Na? So maybe another day we can take it another part on this, on becoming an instrument, the joy of being an instrument, the joy of being used by someone, the joy of giving to someone, the joy of taking shelter of someone, the joy of falling down and someone lifting us. What a joy. The child, the joy of taking the child in the arms and throwing him up in the sky. And the child knows, child wants, yes, mother, take me and throw me in the sky. Child knows my mother is going to catch me. And that joy, that breeze. Imagine the child going up in the sky, thrown by his parents, and the child experiences some breeze, rush, and wind, and wow, look, I'm in the sky, and the parents catch us. Just that joy, if we allow ourselves, we just need to allow ourselves. No duplicity. No need to act any smart that I know I'm such a good speaker, I'm a good this, that. No, nothing. Nothing. Just willingness, desire. Have you got this? And how will this desire come? Only and only by taking the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, of a realized soul. When we hear from him, we can see that vision, we can build that mood. Scriptures, they are our inspiration. Narottam Das Thakur, all our Goswamis, they are our inspiration, and we understand what their bhav, their meditation, what their practice is, what their aspiration is. This is what again, look, Tulasi Arti we sing daily, na? We sing daily Tulasi Arti. What do we say? In Tulasi Arti, E nivedan dharo sakhir anugat karo, seva adhikar diye koro nij dasi. This is the parampara, this is the mode of our worship. E nivedan dharo, this is my only request. What? Sakhir anugat karo. Anugat. Make me subservient of to your pure devotee. Seva adhikar diya. My adhikar is right in seva. कालिंदीर कूले केली कदम्बे रवाना रतन बिधीर ऊपर बसा बोधु जना है ना. When will we dream this? Kalindira kule keli, है ना, on the banks of river Yamuna. Kadambe ravana, these trees, this forest of Vrindavan. Ratana Bediro upar, on the soft seed, swing, stone of jewels, minerals, flowers, garland. Bosha Bodhujana. When will I make the divine couple sit? In the autumn, cool breeze blowing, beautiful forest. When will I make them sit in this throne of flowers, garden, swing and do what? Huh? গাথিয়া মালা তীর মালা দিব দোহার গলে আধারে তুলিয়া দিব কর্পূর তাম্বুলে. Make them sing. Then গাথিয়া মালা তীর মালা. Dress them with garlands and all, beautify them all together even more. Adhare tuliya dibo, in their lips, in their mouth will give what? This tambula, pan to them to chew and all, everything. All of this, so this aspiration and all, no? This we do in Anugatya Bhav. This, so for this, we cannot just rush into it. We cannot push our way. We cannot be living in doer mentality and thinking of this. Impossible. So just to close, there are only three positions, three statuses, say, three identities and all. What? One is Nayak, which is reserved, Lord Shri Krishna, supreme hero. Another Naika, Lord, our Swamini Shrimati Radharani, Param heroine. And then our position is what? Sevika only, Sevak or Sevika, that only. Unlimited opportunities. And Mahaprabhu is looking, have you got the attitude? If one has got the attitude, he will make it. He will make it. There's no other certification or stamp or anything required. Krishna consciousness is non-sectarian altogether. Love is non-sectarian. You cannot put it in a box. Just attitude is required. How long it takes to be Krishna conscious? Prabhupada said, no, just a moment. Lava matra sadhu sanga sarva siddhi hoy. Just having that desire. That yes, I'm so blessed I came across a devotee, I met a devotee. That is my fortune. Those who came across Prabhupada and surrendered, gave their lives to Prabhupada. What a fortune. Only Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, Hare Krishna. Any.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, I also wanted to add one more thing. When we were talking today, you were like, just do your duty, forget about everything. Do your duty to the best and then forget about everything. Just focus on yourself. Give the time and attention to yourself. Where you have to be, where you want to be. and just do that. So thank you for small teachings, but those are like bullets. Thank you.
We need to understand who are we, the self. Na? The self belongs to Radha Krishna, Guru and Gaurang, Gauranitai. And what is the definition of the self? Become an instrument is the beginning, and then there's more and more revelation, more and more. It is a never-ending journey altogether. Love is never-ending. Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. But living in this world, we have our limitations. We should be respectful of time also. So, thank you for your cooperation and inspiration. Continue blessing us. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.